What is up, wrestling fans? It's the end of your week, and it's the WrestleGeddon podcast. We've got the triple threat all together tonight. Let's rock and roll, fellas. How the hell are you guys?
Can you repeat the question?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, can you repeat the question?
I said, how the hell are you?
I don't recall that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't recall that?
I don't recall.
Somebody watching their Trump trial?
No, not Trump trial.
Oh, really?
No, better entertainment than the Trump. I was watching the Young Thug trial.
Oh,
God.
Oh, I'm sure that's super entertaining.
It is actually pretty crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, all right. We got a pretty solid week of wrestling to talk about this past week. We got Clash at the Castle tomorrow afternoon. We'll do a little preview for that and drop our picks for that as well. Whole lot of fun stuff this week. And of course, let's get it kicked off like we always do with the Random Band.
Gonna have myself.
It's on random. And it came up random. And the Random Band is the Blossoms.
Yep.
Blossoms.
I actually knew one song. I was surprised. I don't know where I know it from. Yeah, I don't know where I know it from, but I don't know if it's a commercial or a movie or something, but I did know one of the songs.
There's a soundtrack for a Netflix show that popped up with one of their songs. And I was listening to
it might have been.
So.
Is it called The Keeper? The song?
I don't remember. It might have been. Not 100% sure on that one.
Because The Keeper was the song I knew. I didn't know I knew it until I heard it. I'm like, oh, I heard this.
So while searching for the image for the Random Band graphic, there was actually a female group back, I think it was like the 50s or 60s, maybe a little later, that were called the Blossoms as well.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay, so I don't think it's that one. So I'm thinking it's this one. So.
Yeah, it was the Blossoms with an S.
Yeah.
It was like English indie rock band, so I'm sure it's this one and not the one from the 50s.
All right,
I
so
I got the right one.
All right, who wants to drop theirs first?
I will, since I literally just listened to a song a little bit ago, and I just was like, cool, it's fine, this works. I didn't know what, I forgot all about it anyway, like usual. Don't prepare. But I'm going to go with Honey Sweet.
I listened to that. I almost went with that too, but I decided to go with Cool Like You. And I want to say I kind of like the style of the band. Kind of puts you in mind of like that 80s like British like pop rock, like Tears for Fears and stuff like that. Yeah, they're not too bad.
I was impressed with a lot of their songs that popped up. One that caught me right from the beginning was Below.
That was another one. Was
that had
considered
a really, really good beat starting off to it, and I was like, "Oh, this is good. This is good." And then once you get going into it, I was like, "This would be a good entrance theme. This is great." So,
yeah,
it's the Blossoms. So the cool thing about this is we get exposed to different bands that we wouldn't listen to, like the Blossoms and Knuckle Puck. Awesome. All right, who we got for next week?
Next week, if we haven't done them, I don't think we did, but I remember us doing like 80s metal people, so I don't know if we did them or not. The Scorpions.
Have not done the Scorpions.
We will be doing the Scorpions. I'm almost afraid to name a song because I get all the my 80s like hair metal bands confused.
The majority of them sound the same and look the same. So I mean, it's like 2000s emo bands.
I already know what song I'm picking.
I know. I probably know it.
Rocky
you
like a
probably do.
hurricane.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Not the only other song, yeah.
Awesome. All right. So the Blossoms for this week, Scorpions for next week. Should be a great time. And that brings us to the Elite Figure of the Week. I don't have an image up here because it's going to be a live unboxing this week.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
The Elite Figure of the Week this week is... is what?
I think it making boxes opening noise. I was like, it's making noises.
Sorry. I'll try to keep it away. It's the Elite Series 108 Chelsea Green.
Oh, okay. Chelsea Green.
It's pretty psyched. Found this at Walmart last week.
Yeah.
Pretty stoked to find this set in store. Actually, just picked up LA Knight today, but I was told I couldn't have it till Father's Day on Sunday. By the way, happy Father's Day to you, Carl, and to all the dads out there listening to us.
Hope you
Thank
put your New Balances on and grill you up some good burgers this weekend
and mow your lawn.
and mow your lawn.
Okay.
Man, I've seen this video where this guy and he like mowed his lawn. It's like perfect lawn. And his kids come out there and he's like, Dad, your lines, they're so messed up. He's like, I think the neighbor's kids looks better. You should just have him mow your lawn. And you just see the dad like fall on his knees and just cry. No,
Oh man, that's
it can't
awesome.
be.
Well, that's a little okay. All right, Chelsea Green out of the box. This is a great figure.
It is.
So, of course, when they did the Becky from that WrestleMania 4-pack or that Now Forever 4-pack, we got the little skirt thing. So we knew Chelsea was coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. She does have the extra hands. So she's got the she can do the shush entrance motion, which is pretty cool. And one of them actually has the finger that she actually does the shush motion with. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera because it's really tiny. So if I can get it on there. Yeah, that's not going to show up very well. But it actually says shush on the finger. So she actually had that tattooed on her finger for her character. So it's just pretty cool. There is a Chase version of this one, but the Chase does not have that tattoo on there for some reason.
Okay.
Kind of weird, but yeah, pretty awesome. Super stoked for this figure. So now the question is, does she go on the shelf next to Cardona, or do I put her in the current roster shelf?
Put her next to your Brian Myers figure.
My
Just because.
Brian Myers figure. Or I can put her next to Dewdrop, the Dewdrop figure, Piper Niven's figure.
Oh yeah. There you go.
I dropped her hat on the floor. I think it went under my desk. So,
Oh damn it. You can also use the hat for Shawn Michaels if you need to.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I have a Michaels that came with that hat.
The hat and like the little circle glasses with the like black and white tights.
Yeah. So there it is. That's the Elite Figure of the Week. Elite 108 Chelsea Green. This one actually, I think, has the last Brock Lesnar Elite that's being released. Yeah, it's the cowboy hat Brock with the denim vest. Really solid set. LA Knight, Bronson Reed, Omos, and the updated ring gear with the hood. Of course, Chelsea Green. And first time in the line, Terry Gordy.
Oh, okay. The Omos figure it should be like G.I. Joe size or like Barbie size. It's like bigger than everybody.
Yeah. The Terry Gordy also comes with the mask, the swappable head, and the gear to turn him into the Executioner.
Oh, that is really cool.
So you got 2 figures in one. So that's how you end up buying 2 Terry Gordies, because you need an Executioner on your shelf and you need a Terry Gordy.
And then Terry Gordy. Yeah.
Eventually, they need to do Ronnie Garvin, because we got Michael P.S. Hayes. Now we got Terry Gordy. They just need Ronnie Garvin to kind of round out the Freebirds there.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Let's see what happens. All right. So that is that. Let's go ahead and get over to the instant replay, which I got something brand spanking new to throw up here for you guys. I think you're going to enjoy.
Here. Like the guys, one of them like he's reaching to the other guy's penis.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
The other guy,
I don't know why it's not working.
Wrap down on the other side.
Nah, it's not working. It's supposed to be a GIF from I think it's Fire Pro Wrestling. It actually goes into a move and like the instant replay moves, and there's like a little rewind thing up here. Man, it worked in the preview, like when I was putting the slide together. Oh, that sucks.
Damn it.
Might just have to upload it separately.
If you make it big screen, or
nope.
No.
Boo! I was so excited for that too.
Yeah.
All right. Anywho. Okay. Let's talk a little bit of news this week. Let me
Got a lot of
this
news.
from here. Not a lot. A couple tidbits here. I think there's some other stuff that popped up before we recorded tonight, but the few things I have in the notes, we've got Hikuleo apparently is
Going
finished
to
up with New
WWE.
Japan.
Yep.
Yep, finished up with New Japan at Dominion. And that coincides with WWE filing a trademark for the name Talatonga. So I think we're going to see the debut of Hikuleo as Talatonga.
I like it.
Should be interesting.
Well, my thing is, like, when's Jacob Fatu going to debut?
I don't know.
Maybe debuts with Roman.
That's what I'm starting to think.
Because, I mean, the way I look at it is Solo's bringing in people that aren't family.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. So I feel like it makes more sense to bring him in with like Roman and the Usos at this point.
Absolutely, because like, and that's what we said before. You have the Usos come, you get the Usos back together. You bring in Jacob Fatu. You have the Fatus versus Solo and the Tongans, and then even at that point too, you're still down one person. So here comes Zilla. So you've got like that core family right there taking on Solo and the Tongans.
Yep.
A lot of cool stuff there. What else we got here? The Rock injured his elbow while filming
Gnarly.
his latest movie. Give an update on that. So I guess,
Did you see the picture of it?
man, that is one hell of a bruise, man. That looked like almost as bad as Cody's pec.
Yeah, it was rough. But he said he'd be all right.
Won't be able to do it. People stop up for a while.
He said rest in
So-
tequila.
Will he be good to go for SummerSlam?
I don't think he was coming back for SummerSlam.
I don't think so.
No. He comes back every WrestleMania next year.
Yeah, because he just says he and WWE are close to finalizing the biggest match for WrestleMania 41.
I like it.
So we're gonna get Cody's gonna hold the title till Mania.
Not necessarily.
Oh, that's true too, because it doesn't need to be for a title.
Yeah, or he could lose it and win it back.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Long year.
That's what we got. Those are pretty much the two biggest things I had for news was Hikuleo and the trademark filing. Let's go ahead and pop. Well, I got that later on the recap for Raw. So. Well, unless you want to talk about it now,
Let's do it.
The contract
So-
or the storyline?
So apparently, there's another contract that was up to. Jeff Hardy's contract actually ends, I think it's either today or tomorrow. So Jeff Hardy will be a free agent by the end of this weekend.
I
See
don't
what
mean that's in
happens
a
there.
bad way, but I think he should just, just call it quits.
It's not going to happen,
I don't think so.
especially Jeff. They still bring in money, like regardless, merch,
Yeah.
appearances.
No, he should slow down on some of the stuff he does. But
Yeah.
as far as like retire, I don't think so.
Yeah, he won't change his style, though. He refuses to change up his wrestling style. So, I think even
Well,
Zach
I mean, you
decided-
don't have to.
Sounds like he's going to
Yeah.
TNA.
You don't have to turn it up, but maybe reduce the amount of matches you have.
Yeah. And he might even show up tonight, too. Because you got TNA's pay-per-view tonight against All Odds.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Or he comes in,
Ricochet-
or he comes in as Jeff Fatu and joins the bloodline.
It could happen. It could happen. So go from that. We've got Ricochet. Contract is up. I think it's in July. So we saw him get destroyed on Raw by Braun Breaker. So I'm thinking we're going to see one final appearance of Ricochet, and it'll probably be like a losing effort to Breaker.
No, he's
before
already
he's
done.
officially done.
He
I
got
thought his
destroyed
contract
on
was
Raw.
up to- I know,
He got
but they
destroyed
destroyed
on
Raw.
his.
He's not coming back.
They were saying his contract's not up till July. And WWE wanted to get one more appearance out of him before his contract was up.
That was it.
That was after Raw, though, that I saw that.
Oh, I'll say they destroyed him on Raw. I don't see why he would come back.
Yeah,
I thought that was the whole point of it.
especially in like a
He
losing
went
match.
out in the stretcher and everything, and went to a local medical facility.
All I know,
Ah.
Samantha Irving leaves, we riot.
I agree.
I'll take this from a grain of salt. This is Dave Meltzer. Let's see what he has to say.
Also, y'all probably don't know this, but do y'all know who he lost his title to?
Andrade,
I don't know if y'all talked
Yeah.
about it or not.
who is still pissed. Who's pissed about his character in WWE.
Of course he is.
Wasn't happy in WWE, left, wasn't happy in AEW, comes back to WWE, and is unhappy again. So at what point? At what point do you start to think that it's you and not the company?
But it's not him. Like he puts on good matches when he has matches. It's just that
He does.
like neither company like put him in like a good storyline. You know what I mean?
Well, they had him in like some decent stuff with what the
LWO, but they didn't really have nothing to do with that.
because he put up, he brought back Los Ingobernables and AEW with him and Roosh and Dragon Lee, But Dragon Lee left, and then like Andrade got injured, or Roosh got injured, and they just couldn't keep building up the momentum. And I think that's what the issue was in AEW, because he was having good matches, like because they had Los Ingobernables going back and forth with House of Black for a little bit. They're going back and forth with the Acclaimed. Like there was plenty of stuff that they could have done if everybody in AEW didn't get injured every other day. And I just think right now they probably just don't have a place for him in WWE right now, storyline wise, and that's probably the issue with that. But at that same time, you got to make your momentum too and make people pay attention to you. So if you're not doing that, then
yeah, but it's kind of hard to do that if you're not getting a push, or at least like matches. You know what I mean?
Matt Cardona did it.
Yeah, Matt Cardona did it.
Well, Zack Ryder. But I mean, it led to him getting pushed off the stage in a wheelchair. But I mean,
yeah, but look at Ricochet though. It's like the same difference. It's like you have a guy that's like incredibly talented. It's just he never gets to push, and they always use him as like a jobber to job out to like some of the big talent.
Yep. And honestly, I think that's going to end up being the same thing, because you look at AEW's track record when they bring people in, they're hot for a little bit, and then they kind of get pushed to the wayside when the next new person comes in. And then they end up on Rampage every Friday or Collision where nobody watches.
I don't know if they could do that. I don't think they could do that with Ricochet, because I think Ricochet is like really, really talented. And once the AEW fans see how talented he like really is, he'll kind of get like the Swerve treatment, to where I think he'll get pushed to the top. Like once he gets like a decent storyline, like he'll get like he gets featured.
Look how long it took him to put Swerve in that position, though.
I know,
at this point, Swerve's been with the company for 2 years.
Yeah, I know, but he's the top of the company right now, though. Yeah. Like undeniably the top of the company. I think the same thing will happen with Ricochet when he gets there. Is they'll have him in like. I think they'll probably end up having a match with Will Ospreay, because Will Ospreay wanted the match. Yeah. Once he gets on the match with Will. When he gets on the match with Will Ospreay, I think he can actually outshine Will Ospreay, and I think once he does that, I see like Daniel Bryan or maybe even Kenny Omega wanting the match with him, and then once they have I think like people will get behind Ricochet like a lot quicker than some of the other guys that went over there, like Keith Lee and. Who was somebody else or Adam Page? Like, we was real excited when Adam Page went over, because like, oh yeah, he's gonna get. It'll be the face of the company.
Hangman floundered for quite a while, and that's the biggest thing too. Like, we got some decent matches out of him, a couple good stories, but his best work happened when he was in that feud with Swerve.
Yeah.
So, well, that's the biggest thing, and the same thing with Swerve. Like he didn't really start, like, he was getting that momentum behind him, but like the rest of it, like, what am I trying to say? He didn't garner that huge wave of momentum until after that feud with Hangman.
Yeah, and that's because everybody fell in love. Everybody kind of fell in love with him, because they're like, "Oh, this dude's really talented." But I think the same thing happened.
Yeah, because we had really great matches in Lucha Underground between Ricochet and Swerve with Killshot and Prince Puma. There was really good matches between the two of them. And the same thing when you had AR Fox and Swerve. What's AR Fox doing now? He's God knows where, probably on Ring of Honor. But the two of them had some really great matches, especially that Weapons of Mass Destruction match. So it's just, there's a certain style that they're used to, and WWE doesn't offer that style for the most part.
Yeah.
Because Ricochet in NXT was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think Ricochet shows up in AEW. I think he hops this is my prediction. I could be totally wrong. You know, he could be Adam Cole, but I think he comes out. I think once he has that match with Will Ospreay, because to me, I think he's probably a better wrestler than Will Ospreay. And that showcases him. I'll say after he does that, like you're Daniel Bryan or maybe MJF or somebody else will want to have somebody else like Marquis will want to have a match with him. And I think he shows out again then. And then once the fans get behind you, I think, he'll take off.
And that's pretty much what he needs is a decent story to be in and a better place to showcase his talent. And is that AEW? Possibly. Is it Impact? TNA? Maybe. Is it wrestling on the indies like Cardona and, doing all that stuff and getting over that way? Maybe. But a name like Ricochet, Tony Khan's going to be throwing money at him, like if he hasn't already.
Yeah, I think so.
But we'll see where he ends up. I was kind of hoping to maybe get one more appearance out of him before leaving, but we'll see what happens.
I just don't see how it would benefit him.
Unless they end up doing I don't think it would benefit him, but I could see maybe a triple threat match with him and Dragunov and Raker.
Yeah,
since the three of them all have issues, so that would have been a good way to go out. But we'll see. All right. NXT Battleground last weekend. I did watch it. It was awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I don't think there was a bad match on the card.
It was not.
There was.
Sexy
I can't
Red is
remember.
incredibly annoying.
Oh, yeah.
You don't like her twerk?
Uh-huh.
So you didn't like her twerking?
No.
No.
Nope. Apparently she got in some issues flying out, I guess. I think she got detained at the airport or something or got arrested for assaulting someone else. I don't know. But, yeah. All right. Ladder match for the NXT Women's North American Championship. We had Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Jadea Parker, and Michin.
Great.
Sol Ruka and those Soul Snatchers, man, were
that finish is awesome.
That is a pretty awesome finish.
Kalani Jordan came out on top as a North American new inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion in a phenomenal matchup. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not really much else I can say about it. It's just a great matchup. Has some really good spots in there.
Yeah.
I thought they're. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it wasn't the best ladder match ever, nothing like that, but it was a good solid match.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple spots in there. I thought Lash Legend was gonna take it, and I was kind of pulling for Lash to get that title.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. This one, as much as I love the OC, I think this if I had to pick worst match, I'd probably say it was this one. Nathan Frazier and Axiom taking on OC for the tag titles.
It was still a decent match.
It was still good. I'm just saying, compared to everything else on the card, I didn't think.
Yeah, it wasn't a 5-star match. Yeah.
But Frazier and Axiom retained. We did see. No, that was a different matchup. I was thinking about. This one was pretty good too. Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler, NXT Underground.
If I was gonna pick worst match, this would probably be it. Just because there's definitely a few problems I have with it. What's the point of the people being outside the ring? If they're not gonna throw you back into it, they're only there to beat on the mat that. That was kind of stupid to me.
I don't know why, but remember when they used to do Raw Underground and you'd get thrown out into the crowd, and the crowd could like hit you.
Yeah,
that was like one of the stipulations. If you're in the crowd, like they can fight you too. That doesn't happen in these NXT Underground matches. So to your point, why are they even out there if they're not going to do anything?
Yeah, and then I like the whole like outside stuff, and then the finish. Like to me, I like wrestling, so I don't want the like knockout blow finish because like there's way many like more moves and punches and stuff. Like punches shit in the match and fucking wrestling. And that's just my opinion.
So there's a whole point you even missed that's probably more blatant that made this match kind of dumb. How do you have someone like Shayna Baszler lose a pay-per-view match at NXT and then expect me to think she's going to win a tag team title match on a WWE pay-per-view the next week after?
I know, right? So regardless
like,
of who they're going against,
so. Yeah,
she's not.
I know. So it's like, why is she even in the match? She's going to lose twice in a row.
Yeah, there is no way that that Team BJ is losing those tag titles this weekend. Team BJ.
We all love BJ.
Oh man, so this one, the triple threat match for the North American Men's Championship. Holy crap, was this great,
dude! I have to say, Obafemi is like so. I don't know where this guy came from. He's so good.
He's a superstar. Next, probably one of the next biggest stars if they use him correctly when he gets to the main roster.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, but there's a couple times I thought he was gonna lose. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it was they pulled it pretty close with that one. So
yeah. Like, honestly, anybody could have won.
And then you had the rest of Gallus coming out and trying to interfere in the matchup too. But,
yeah,
that was good. Kind of like that. I was kind of hoping we'd see the Rascals come out and kind of fight off Gallus.
Yeah.
It would have been pretty cool. But yeah, that was awesome. Roxanne Perez and Jordynne Grace, probably like one of the most anticipated matches on this pay-per-view. Definitely was not disappointed with this. It came out very well, translated very well on TV. It was a great match between the two of them. Obviously, we kind of figured Roxanne Perez is going to win this one anyway. It was just good. And then you had Tatum Paxley come out and grab Jordynne Grace's title, the Knockouts Championship, only to get knocked out by Ash by Elegance.
Yep.
So I thought that was great. It does kind of suck because you look at someone like Dana Brooke or Ash by Elegance, who had potential to be, decent in WWE. And just having a hard time fitting, finding that right piece to fit into in that WWE puzzle. But she's flourishing in TNA, and she's had some pretty good matches.
And sometimes you need that though. Look at Bobby Lashley. Look at Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I would argue Christian. Like he went away to TNA.
Yep.
Tore it up, came back.
Christian went to TNA and proved he could carry a major title, and then came back and ran with the World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah. So you gotta do that. And look at Naomi. Naomi went to TNA. She had a great run in TNA. They brought her back. She's kind of like plugged into some of the major story arcs that have been going on, but.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually they'll put the women's title on her. But this was awesome. Roxanne Perez is definitely, she lives up to that name, Prodigy, like every time she steps into the ring.
Yeah.
Pretty excited to see her. And once she gets that main roster, it's going to be, I think everyone's going to have to step up their game when she's up there. So.
To be honest, like, I think she would be like the perfect opponent for like Bailey at SummerSlam.
I would have
Like
to
have her
agree
come
with
in as like
I mean, I
have
can
her
see
come in
that.
as like an NXT champion. Like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
the Prodigy.
See that for sure.
But I'm not Triple H, so
Well, I mean, we all know who she's actually wrestling, so okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, main event: Trick Williams and Ethan Page. I
That's
enjoyed
good.
this match too. I have no complaints for this matchup. So
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be good because Trick is awesome. Ethan Page is awesome.
Trick is
Great
awesome.
match.
It's got the best theme song in wrestling. Sorry, just does.
Whoop that.
who
Trick.
does?
Whoop
The,
that. Trick.
what makes his theme song better is Booker T.
Whoop that.
I'm
Trick.
not lying.
Yeah. Whoop that Trick.
Uh-huh. I like it.
Oh, I love Booker T, but the biggest thing with this is the way that he was like overreacting to Sexy Red twerking.
Oh
Yeah.
it's
Like,
Booker T.
it's like, come on, dude. Like, really?
But the one thing I did like, I like the fact that they acknowledged he was Impact World Champion.
Yeah.
On Jordan Grace's match, like you know, but he was World Champion.
Well, it's funny they seem to acknowledge a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah.
And that's part of Triple H's thing. Triple H is a wrestling historian. Like, when you peel back everything and you look at Triple H, he's a student of the game. Like, no pun intended. Like, that's why he's the game. Especially when it comes to history and things like that. Like, he's gonna, like, just because they went to this other company doesn't mean that their accomplishments in that company don't matter. Still matters, especially to that talent. So for them to be acknowledging, hey, you know, Booker T was, you know, TNA world champion at one point. So, I mean, that's still a page in that talent's book.
Yeah.
And it deserves to be noticed. Like,
I mean, if
Ric
only
Flair
we
is
could
more
get-
than a 16-time world champion.
If only we could get Booker T commentary from TNA on NXT, that'd be great. Booker T in the ring. Booker T in the ring. He's kicking him. Oh yeah, he's kicking him. He's kicking him in the ring. Hey, he throws him in the ropes.
Oh,
Booker T going up for the elbow drop.
have you? I meant to check it out. And I hadn't checked it out. Have you seen his promotion yet? Didn't he start a promotion?
The Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Roxanne Perez came from. She trained there with Booker T. And Zilla. Zilla was actually trained down there too.
Okay.
Yep. And
I need to check it out. I mean, to check it out, but I haven't had a chance to check it out.
Yeah, Jimmy and Jay were trained by Booker T. That's where Umaga took them, was to Booker T when they first started. Awesome. All right, so there we go. NXT Battleground. If you haven't watched it yet, you're definitely missing out on something. Like,
oh yeah.
And I know a lot of people got turned off from NXT, especially, you know, I was one of them with the NXT 2.0. It just, like, we were so used to what we got from Hunter with the black and gold brand that, you know, it's just left a bad taste in the mouth. But some of that talent that was introduced in the NXT 2.0 that's carried over now under the Shawn Michaels era, are really flourishing down there, and it's great to see all that.
I mean, you can count Braun Breaker as a 2.0 guy.
Yeah, I mean, he did debut under 2.0.
Yeah. Him and Jacob. You're not Jacob. Fuck. It's been a long day. Solo.
Yeah. Oh man.
I had Jacob Batu in my mind for some reason.
It's all good.
Awesome. All right, let's see what else we got here. Top Battleground, Sexy Red, Annoying as Fuck. Ash by Elegance. All right, Monday Night Raw. Chad Gable apparently has re-signed a new contract, so he's not going anywhere. So thank God for that. That segment with him and Sammy and the rest of Alpha Academy, again, freaking amazing.
Yeah, good TV.
Yeah, Gable has really, like we said last week, Gable has really leaned into this role, and it's been probably it's the best work he's done in his career so far.
Yeah, you missed it last week, Garrett. I admitted I was wrong about Gable.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Gable.
Okay.
Garrett doesn't believe it. He's in complete silence.
Yeah, I know.
Shock and awe.
Shock, no.
Carl admitted he was wrong. Oh my gosh.
I know. It's crazy.
What?
Don't hear that every day.
Oh man, awesome stuff. So, yeah, so what else we got here?
Got our
We got
raw
the
QR
follow-up.
code.
Oh yeah.
Oh, remember I told you about Finn Balor, right?
Oh yeah.
You saw that?
Finn Balor took
I
the
did
key
see that.
card.
Card, yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody looking. Everybody's putting their hands in. Finn just right to the pocket. Oh man, slick Balor. So actually, maybe they'll show something, add up like for Raw next week or something with that. The QR code that popped up gave us a timer. At that point, it was like 6 days.
So like 3 now.
Which leads into Monday Night Raw. Hopefully, it's the debut of
Somebody.
the re-debut of this new faction, or the debut of this new faction, which
Or at least
rumor,
one of the members or something.
yeah, something. The rumor mill is pretty much saying it's confirmed. Obviously, Bo Dallas, Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, Nikki Cross. I think there's one more.
Liv Morgan.
Redbeard.
Who's that?
Eric Redbeard.
Yeah,
I mean, not Liv Morgan. Alexa Bliss.
no.
I'm confused. Not Alexa Bliss.
They don't have Alexa,
Alexa
listed
Bliss.
as anybody, which I think's
Nope.
interesting.
Yeah, it was just Nikki Cross.
Yeah,
was the only female in the group.
Hmm.
I could have sworn
Well.
there was one more name on there.
Isn't it? Did you didn't say Eric, did you?
Yeah, Rowan.
Oh, yeah. You got Uncle Howdy, Rowan,
Rowan.
Nikki Cross,
Dexter Loomis.
Dexter
Nikki
Loomis.
Cross.
and
I thought there was 5.
there is Joe Gacy.
Oh, Joe Gacy. That's right. Yep. So that's the rumored lineup. So again, take that with a grain of salt. We'll know. Hopefully, we'll know officially Monday. Hopefully it's not just
Or at least,
another
like-
video teaser.
Yeah, at least like maybe one person debut or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you don't have to debut everybody, but
Nope.
it's been
At least
forever.
At least bring in like Bo, like Uncle Howdy, show up and like do something.
Well, technically, Uncle Howdy's been there.
Yeah,
Uncle
that's
Howdy's
true.
been at events in the crowd. Just people have noticed him.
That's right, because they've been just, like popping up randomly during commercial breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. NXT this week got announced that Trick
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. Yes. Cody Rhodes announced there'll be a 25-man battle royal, and the winner will be taking on Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. And Cody had also thrown in there some of the guys you know. Some of them you don't, because they're from other locker rooms.
We're
So,
getting Matt Hardy.
yeah, it's big rumor. Again, take it with a grain of salt. We'll find out Tuesday. Matt Hardy is one of the big names rumored to be in there. And honestly, if Jeff Hardy's a free agent, Like, why the hell not?
Yeah,
Like, seriously, why not give us
Yeah,
Jeff
fuck.
Hardy in that Battle Royal and give us Jeff Hardy versus Trick at the next pay-per-view? Like,
Or what would be even better is to say his name and he
absolutely.
appears. I
could say
believe in
that
your
would be the absolute best. I think another name I could see in it too would be Rich Swan
And Gags the Gimp.
and Gags the Gimp.
That video of Drew McIntyre talking with Billy Corgan. So, I mean, that could be possible. Like, could be a possible inclusion with NWA. I mean, it won't be the first time.
Yep.
So,
I did want to ask you if you had seen this, Chris. Just posted it. So Wendy Chu debuted, and this was her.
I did see that.
Her new gimmick.
Yeah, looking
kinda
like
like
freaking Sally from
like a-
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. Basically,
a
like
mix
I
of
guess
Sally
being
and
more
Jack
like
Skellington.
a nightmarish character.
Yeah, I thought it
Alexa,
was pretty
Alexa
cool.
Bliss from Wish.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty cool. I mean, I like Wendy.
She mute Alexa Bliss.
Wendy Chu's
I like
awesome.
I like Wendy Chu. I like her character works
Yeah.
pretty good. So I'm interested to see where that's gonna go. You just add her to the goth characters like Tatum Paxley and
I meant to ask, did you
Gigi
see all
Dolan.
did you see all the other stuff Cody did on NXT?
I saw the he walked up to Sean
JC
Spears.
Did you see
I
that
didn't,
part?
the JC Jane one. I saw that one too. Yep.
Yeah, so
Um,
Carl, so Cody goes up to JC Jane because she's been wearing like a mask because she messed up her face, and he gives
Yeah.
her his mask. He said at one point I was dashing in this or something stupid.
No, it was
Yeah.
the chick that's with JC goes, oh, that's dashing.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. And then the other big
He pulls it
segment
out of
was,
a paper bag.
yeah. And then the other big segment was Cody saw Ethan Page, Lexus King,
I seen that.
and
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears in the back.
Spears.
He's like,
Yeah.
y'all seen the place.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, that's
So-
pretty
so
cool.
funny.
Having Cody on NXT this week. Great way to build up hype for next week's NXT. Build up to Clash at the Castle this weekend. A lot of cool stuff with WWE.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, like I don't really have too much more for NXT or anything else for WWE. So let's get into Clash at the Castle preview, picks and preview for Clash at the Castle. As always, we'll run down through the card here quick, and then we'll go through, break down some of these matches, and give our picks for them. We got Bayley defending against Piper Niven in her home country. Sami Zayn defending the Intercontinental Championship against Chad Gable. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles for the undisputed WWE Championship in an I Quit match. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, Team BJ, taking on the team of Elba Fire, Isla Dawn, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Triple threat.
So
for
the real
Women's Tag
question
Team
going into
Championship.
our picks is: are all the Scots really gonna lose?
I don't know. So, then we got the main event: Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Judgment Day banned from ringside after McIntyre picked up the win Monday night. That'll be for the World Heavyweight Championship. So let's kick it off here. Bayley versus Piper Niven with Chelsea Green in her corner. I don't see them taking the title off of Bayley right now.
Well, all I have to say is, hey, we bought some Bailey.
I'm gonna take Bailey as well on this.
I'm sure Piper is going to get a huge reaction.
Oh, she is.
Oh, huge. Oh, yeah.
Let's just make it.
What
Let's
else?
just turn it into what's that? What's that? William Regal Queen of something? Is it like Queen of Scots? What was that? What was the match that he had with like the Queen and she made up rules as it like went along? Or Duchess of something?
I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I think so. It was something he did with Layla, wasn't it?
It was like some kind of like weird match he had where it was like Queen something rule or Duchess rules or some shit, and it had like somebody just like making up rules as it went on.
Oh man, yeah, I don't remember. Oh, Drew McIntyre inducted into the Scottish Hall of Fame, Scottish Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Cool.
Missed that. So congrats to Drew. All right, tag team action, or not tag team, Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. Does Gable finally get the title? Is this the match where Gable gets the title, or are we going one more?
I think this is where he gets the title.
Really quick, is it the Duchess of Queensberry match?
That's it.
It was him versus Jericho.
Yeah. Duchess of Queensberry. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
You asked if Chad Gable is gonna win. Is that what you said?
Yes.
So I think of all the matches, this is the one match I think is like the hardest for me. So this is the way I look at it. So if Chad Gable wins, what point is there in him turning on Alpha Academy? How do you build that storyline then?
Yeah.
I think
you have Otis person for the title.
Do you say so?
Yeah.
I think that Sammy is gonna retain.
I got Gable.
I am going to take Sammy on this one too. I think one member of the Alpha Academy is going to end up either intentionally costing Gable the match or accidentally costing him the match. Somewhere I see someone from Alpha Academy getting involved in the match and costing it for Gable.
What I see as
Well, this is where I pick up the victory.
yeah, probably.
Awesome. All right. We got next. Cody versus AJ Styles. I quit match. I don't see AJ taking the title as much as I would love to see AJ. Win the title.
I'm gonna say AJ Styles wins.
I mean, here to boost Carl up. Cody did leave WWE and quit WWE. He did leave TNA and quit TNA. He did leave some other old raggedy company and quit too.
Cody was never in TNA, was he?
He seems kind of like a quitter. He was.
He was.
Was he?
He's literally been in every promotion.
Yeah, it's very, very briefly.
Yeah, he was.
Like he had more than like a match.
Yeah,
I know he went to New Japan. I remember him in NWA.
I'm pretty sure he had the TNA championship for a little while.
He had the NWA championship for a while.
I know he had that, but I think he had the TNA World Championship for a little while too.
Maybe he did. I just don't remember.
So I know him and Brandy had a couple matches in TNA. I think it was around the same time that Mike Bennett and Maria were in TNA because they kind of feuded with them for a hot minute.
I got you. Yeah, I remember all the other stuff like Ring of Honor,
but
NWA. picking AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
He had 4 matches in TNA, including a title match against Moose for what was called for the then TNA Grand Championship.
I don't know how I missed it.
It's all good.
Wasn't that a time frame where like TNA wasn't that great?
Probably.
Yeah, because I think that's probably before I knew who Moose was.
Yeah.
Because Garrett introduced me to Moose. He was like, "Hey, have you checked out Moose?" I'm like, "No,
Yeah,
who
man.
is he?"
Hey, Carl, I just figured I'd
He
let you know
debuted.
that Dallas is winning by almost 30.
Oh, really? They're gonna try to win one?
I guess. I don't know why.
So Cody debuted October 2nd, 2016 at Bound for Glory. Confronted Mike Bennett and Maria, which Brandy took down Maria. 4 matches, including a title match against Moose for the TNA Grand Championship, in which he was unsuccessful in winning. And then he went to Ring of Honor from 2017
Maybe it's Ring of
2018,
Honor where I'm
course,
thinking
with
of
the
he
AEW.
won the Ring of Honor title.
Yeah, he defeated Christopher Daniels to become the ROH World Champion.
That's what I'm thinking of.
That's when he was part
I
of the
knew it
Bullet
was
Club.
one of those two. I just can't remember which one.
Yeah, I think the Impact was like that was kind of like at the point where we thought Impact was going out of business.
Yeah,
Probably.
this was
Which we thought-
because
I feel like we think that every like 4 or 5 years.
this was not that long after Moose came to TNA, because Moose started in Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing some of his matches in Ring of Honor when they were on HD Network when I was working at Radio Shack, because that was only available on I think it was Dish Network. Awesome. All right, Garrett, were you taking Cody or AJ?
Cody.
You said Cody.
That's at that point.
Okay, I was just double checking.
Yep, you're good.
All right, what we got next up? Clash at the Castle. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Team BJ defending their titles against Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Team BJ all the way.
Give me a BJ. Garrett, how you feel about BJs?
They're very nice. The team. Yeah, I mean, they're. I mean, they're definitely winning, but just for the sake of being different, I'm gonna pick who I want to win, which is Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
Team
Just so I
AI.
could be wrong.
All right. Go from that to the main event: Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Does McIntyre win the title and hold it longer than 7 seconds?
No, he doesn't win a title. I think CM Punk will be there.
Is it
And well, it's not confirmed, but my intuition tells me CM Punk will be there, and he will either distract McIntyre or interfere in the match.
Interesting.
That's what I'm thinking too, because they're not going to go They're not going to go to Scotland for a pay-per-view without bringing, the majority of their A-list talent, and Punk obviously is their A-list talent. And it would make sense to have Punk on commentary there in this matchup, just to continue that beef between him and McIntyre. And I can see that being the reason why Priest retains the title, since Judgment Day is banned from the ring. But technically, Carlito is not part of the Judgment Day.
Yep.
So Carlito can
Or-
also interfere in the matchup too.
Or maybe R-Truth comes out and interferes.
I got you, dog.
Which I will say, I kind of have to say this. I was watching something and someone was talking about it. I don't remember. Watch a lot of wrestling
Kick
content.
cut.
Probably. I don't know. I have to say, they ain't doing nothing for the tag team division. This is the second pay-per-view in a row. Like neither tag team's been defended. Miz and R-Truth are kind of getting boring. And then if they don't freaking turn Austin Theory face already and end this freaking garbage, I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I'm not a big of a fan of A-Town Down Under as I used to be.
Yeah,
kinda
I mean, I just don't feel like they're doing
running
anything
sports,
with
so.
either tag team champion.
And that's the thing is like you have
Like, I'm sorry, like I understand, like they don't want to do like 5 matches per card, but like you could have easily added DIY and Aussie Down Under to this card.
Yeah.
And then have a title change because
or at least
DIY
do it on
needs to-
SmackDown the night before.
Yeah, like there's been opportunities to do it, and they just haven't done it.
Have they announced anything for the pre-show?
No, there was nothing listed for the pre-show.
They could maybe add that to the pre-show. I don't know.
Yeah, they might.
Well, hopefully.
You think U2? You think U2 comes out and or no? Are they Irish or Scottish? I can't remember.
They're Irish.
I think they're Irish.
Yeah, my bad. U2 doesn't come out and play. I don't know any Scottish. But do I know any Scottish bands? I don't think I do.
No.
What is that one band? I'm sorry.
Flock of Seagulls or something.
I don't think Flock of Seagulls is Scottish.
Trying to think, is there any Scottish people that I know that did anything? I know that comedian that used to have the late night show. What's his name?
Craig Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson. I know him.
The Drew Carey show.
So I typed in Scottish bands, and nothing on here I had no, but I just want you guys to know there's a Scottish band called Wet Wet Wet.
Nice.
Wet comes out.
Maybe we'll get them in random band sometime soon.
Wet comes out and performs for Team BJ.
You know, speaking of wet, this just came to me. So they got rid of Splash Mountain at Disney World, right? And replaced it with Princess and the Frog theme ride. Apparently, the Princess and the Frog theme ride sucks so much that they're closing it and redoing it.
Oh God!
Well, I think it was only. Yeah, I think it was like a limited term thing.
No, they completely redid Splash Mountain. They took everything from was it Mr. Toad's Wild Ride that it was supposed to be based off of? Took everything out of it. Yeah, they took everything out of it and rebranded it to a Princess and the Frog themed ride.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was like for the people that had like the Disney pet. Like it wasn't for everybody.
No, that was just a preview. It was a preview for it.
Yeah. So they didn't like it at all, so they're redoing the whole thing.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's supposed to be the same ride, right?
It's essentially the same thing. It's just like they didn't like the theme. Yeah. All that stuff. They just thought it was terrible. Keith David, who voices the Shadow Man, was on the ride when they took the cast in there, and his character's not even on the damn ride. It's not even a part of it.
That's funny.
Like, damn.
You see him like in the pictures, like going through the ride, and he's like, "Why the fuck am I here?" Oh man, it's awesome. Oh, all right. So that's gonna do it for WWE coverage for the week. Let's hop over to some AEW. My two
I do wanna
takeaways from
say-
AEW this week.
I do want to say for AEW before you get into it,
Yeah.
both of you need to watch Collision tomorrow. Christian Cage is having a Father's Day segment, so make sure you tune in. That's the only reason I'm gonna watch it. That is literally the
Hopefully
only
it's
reason
better.
I'm watching it.
Hopefully it's better than Jericho's Learning Tree segment.
Oh my god, that was
so
that
bad.
was what I got in here. Chris Jericho continues to be unbearable.
Yep,
I can't.
so bad.
I can't with this shit anymore. Hi guys.
This is it.
Hey guys. Hey, I noticed in a few things in your match last week that when you climbed the top rope, you didn't climb the top rope properly. Oh my god. I know he's a heel, and you know Chris Jericho will be like one of the greatest of all time. But there's just so many times that you can reinvent.
I don't think he was good. I ain't gonna say greatest of all time. Like he's not up there with like Michael or Flair. Or
no, he's not at the. He's nowhere near the top of that list. You know, not maybe like top 20, maybe top 25. But like I give him credit for trying to reinvent himself and try to do something different. But dude, this ain't working. Like back to the drawing board, find something else. Like this sucks. Sucks so much. But what doesn't suck, Samoa Joe and Hook. This is probably the best thing they've done with Hook
Ever.
since Hookhausen.
Yeah,
Love
they're
it.
like talking in the back. Yeah. All right, you ready?
It was great. The whole thing with like was it Davari that went to the top rope, and he's coming down to like to you know I don't know if it was a crossbody or something he was trying to do, and Hook just like moves out the way, and Joe just sits over in the corner, and they pan to Joe, and he just starts laughing. So I was like, oh, that's great. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. What else do we have on there? Mercedes Moné. She wrestled Zeus. I think that's what her name was.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought Zeus was pretty good. I liked her. She was pretty solid. So not a bad matchup there. But that's pretty much the biggest stuff I had for AEW. Nothing really major. They barely had. I don't even think Swerve was on there.
He was.
It was
He
barely
opened the
nothing
show.
though, right? Oh yeah. Oh, I missed it then because I tuned in a little late. So.
He opened the show. It was talking about Osprey.
Okay.
Awesome. And then I don't remember what else
Did
happened.
Osprey wrestle?
And then Osprey wrestled.
So that was like
he wrestled. It was the main event. He wrestled Ray Phoenix.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was pretty good. That was a really good match. I like that one too.
Yep.
TNA this week. I saw a bunch of clips from this. I need to go back and watch it. The System at House Hardy.
I saw so many freaking clips.
I gotta say the Skeleton Edge spearing Myers was fucking awesome.
I didn't see that. I saw all the kids are involved, which was hilarious.
Yeah. Alicia trying to.
Did they
Gothic baby?
Did they dunk Moose into the lake? Because I saw somebody wearing like a football outfit, and I was like, "Did they take Moose back to football?"
I think Moose did go into the lake of reincarnation. I'm not sure. I got to go back and watch it. I got it on my DVR. But yeah, I definitely need to check that out. So, like I said, you got Against All Odds tonight, which is actually happening now, or it started earlier. And you had Matt Hardy taking on Moose for the TNA Championship, which I'm pretty sure Moose is going to retain that anyway. Booyah. Let's see what we got here. Some results here. Live results. Spoilers. If you haven't watched it yet. Show kicked off with pre-show against Oz. Mike Santana and Steve Macklin taking on the Rascals. PCO taking on Rich Swann. TNA World Tag Team Championship. Myers and Edwards taking on the Nemeth Boys. Kazarian taking on Joe Hendry. Mustafa Ali defending the X Division Championship against Trent Seven. Then they still have the results I'm looking at now. Still Moose versus Matt Hardy in a Broken Rules no DQ match. Jordan Grace versus an open challenge. Open challenge to the world. Josh Alexander and Eric Young versus Austin and Chris Bay. That is, yeah, that's kind of piqued my interest there.
Speaking of pay-per-views, AEW announced Blood and Guts for Nashville.
I did see that. I think that's their Blood and Guts are just regular Dynamite, though, right?
Is it?
I think it was on a
I know
Wednesday.
it's like July 24th. Something like that.
Yeah, they tried to get Swerve. That's what it was. The Bucks and the Elite tried to get. That's what else happened. The Elite tried to get Swerve into the Blood and Guts match on their team, and he basically told them to F off. And then they did Dustin versus Jack Perry to open the show, which actually was pretty good.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You can definitely tell who was leading in that matchup because it definitely wasn't Jack Perry. So it was definitely Dustin. So,
it sucked. He started bleeding super early.
Yeah, I mean it's Dustin. It's a Rhodes. Seriously.
I know. I know you're gonna be like, did you ever see Dusty's forehead? Yes, I have. I know why.
Wait, what? I missed this? Dirty Dango has joined the system.
Oh.
Woo, broke up the pinfall attempt on attacked Ryan Nemeth.
Interesting.
What? Nice. Dango's awesome. The dirtiest of Dangos. So waiting to see. So it looks like they just finished up with Josh Alexander and Eric Young versus Chris Bay and Ace Austin. So they still have, I think it's Jordan Grace versus her open challenge and Moose and Matt Hardy.
Nice.
I just want to know who the open challenge is.
What if it's Charlotte Flair?
That'd be awesome. I think Charlotte's still injured, isn't she?
I mean, she's supposed to be, but I haven't seen her in a cast or anything.
Oh, snap.
What?
Tatum Paxley.
Is it really?
Yes.
Really?
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
That is cool as hell, man. That is awesome. Oh. I'm gonna have to find a replay of this pay-per-view to watch.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll probably find one for you.
Tatum Paxley, that's awesome. All right, so there we go. There's that. Got some local promotions to talk about. Stuff that's going down. I only got to upload one flyer. This is for AML Wrestling. This is happening at the end of July 30th. Winston-Salem. Looks like a pretty stacked card. You got the Grizzled Young Vets. Is this the right one? I don't think this is the right one. That is not the right one.
I know The other one you showed me had Grizzled Young Vets. There was somebody else that was up there. I was like, who was it?
It was the Grizzled Young Vets, Too Cold Scorpio, Hacksaw Jim Duggan are making appearances.
Jim Duggan, yeah, Jim Duggan. Because I was like, is that Jim Duggan?
This one's June 21st. So that's next Friday. This one's got Wildfire, Tommy Rich, George South, Barbarian. They'll be making appearances on the show, and that's pretty much it of the bigger name guys. So I did not get a chance to upload the graphics for.
Is that Hurricane? Is that Hurricane on the top right? Who is that?
Top right. That's the Barbarian.
Oh, okay. I thought I can barely fucking see. I thought when you said Barbarian, I thought he was the guy on the top left.
No, that's some guy named RT3.
I got you.
Damn it.
No holds barred.
Okay. Then you got this was announced to you. Dominant Pro Wrestling returns to Selma on August 10th. They're advertising a pretty stacked card of their normal roster members, and Chris Adonis, the former Chris Masters, is appearing on the card as well. So, awesome stuff there. Okay, now let's get into it. It's no holds barred. Of course, No Holds Barred is brought to you by the WrestleGeddon Redbubble store. Check out redbubble.com/people/WrestleGeddon pod. Pick up some shirts, some hats, some stickers, hoodies, so much more. I think there's a sale going again. Redbubble runs sales like all the time. 25% off everything in the store. There you go. No codes necessary. Just go make a purchase. 25% off site. Wow. Awesome. All right. I don't have anything in the notes for No Holds Barred.
Dude, the Young Thug trial has been pretty interesting. I've been watching that this week. And what got me interested is so the state of Georgia called a witness, and he's kind of one of the guys I was imitating earlier. But so they bring up this guy, and he pleads he says he wants to plead the fifth, and they, inform him they can't plead the fifth because he's been granted immunity, so he can't incriminate himself because they're not going to charge him for any crimes. And so the next day they come to the for the trial, and he's getting ready to come up on the stand and testify. And Young Thug's attorney is makes a motion before the court, and he's like, I want to call for a mistrial because, Judge, you had an ex parte meeting earlier, which y'all you and the prosecutor coerced the defendant. I mean, not the defendant, but the
Witness.
Witness that was sworn in. And the judge, didn't deny it. He just like, how in the hell did you find out? And the lawyer wouldn't tell him. And so he had the lawyer for contempt of court. I said contempt of court. And then, later on that day, I forgot what they call them, like the Georgia Bar Association for Defense Attorneys Strike Force or something. But basically, like 26 lawyers showed up to be the lawyer for the lawyer that got held in contempt. And he didn't let them in, but he didn't let any of them in but two. And they're like, hey, you can't hold them in contempt because you're the one that had the ex parte meeting like he like would have to get his own trial or whatever for this, to where you would be like a witness. But you can't be a witness and a judge on the same thing. But anyways, like the judge, overrid them and arrested him, and he's supposed to serve like weekends, like 40 days in jail or something like that, but only on weekends. And so the defense attorney asked to be put in a cell with Young Thug, like so he could work on the case with him. But I guess like it went before the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of Georgia gave him bond until I guess like they figure it out, so you don't have to go to jail. But it just and then after that, it's been really interesting, like a lot of drama. So like if you don't have a lot of time, I suggest like this. There's like YouTubers that's like covered. It's the trial. I would have just look it up and watch a little bit of it. It's been pretty entertaining.
Oh my god, that sounds like a damn circus.
Yeah,
It's like,
but one of the guys, the dude that they're talking about, that tried to plead the fifth, Lil Woody, it's like one of those things. Like he's supposed to be they're one of their main witnesses. It's like a racketeering case or whatever, and they keep on bringing up stuff, and he's like, I don't recall sending it to the police, and he's like, they're like, well, why did he say the police? I guess their point they're trying to make is that he told the truth back when he was being interrogated by police, but he doesn't want to tell the truth now because he's afraid of the people in the courtroom. But it's just I don't know. It's just it's been pretty crazy, very entertaining.
Jesus.
So yeah, that's another thing. Another thing that kind of happened this week, I don't know if y'all saw, but ex-President Trump was on Logan Paul's podcast.
I saw the picture for that.
Yeah, I got the picture with the U.S. title.
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah. He said the invitation's open for Biden to come on there too, but that's one of those things I don't see Biden going on there. But yeah.
I mean,
But
it's not like Biden doesn't have anything to do. So.
Yeah.
Trump don't have anything to do. I mean, he just finished up getting his 34 convictions. So,
I think he has more trials. Man.
Do you know in the U.S. if you're a convicted, obviously, if you're a convicted felon, you can't vote. But if you're a convicted
In
felon,
most
you can still run
states,
for president.
Some states will allow you to vote. It just depends on the state. I don't know whether they'll let you vote.
I think they need to swap that. They should let you vote, but you can't run for president. Wouldn't that make more sense? So,
I don't know. To me, it depends on what you're convicted of, and then also depends too. I think felons should be able to vote. You know what I mean? Because they're so affected by maybe not while they're in prison, but they're still affected by policy and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think everybody should have the right to vote. And then the president thing again too. As long as you're not charged with
what can I do?
something crazy, you know what I mean? I don't see a problem with you running for president with the felony. People make mistakes.
yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a little fucked up. That's the way it's set up. But maybe
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, man, you should. I'd vote for you. I might write you in. North Carolina, you can write somebody in.
I know.
I don't feel like voting for. I don't feel like voting for either guy, so I might just write you in. Chris Matthews.
Wasn't didn't somebody register in the last election under D's nuts?
Oh yeah,
These nuts.
They're
they got
actually
a
winning.
bunch of votes too.
They didn't even live in the state. They're fucking South
Yeah.
Dakota or something.
Yeah, this election is gonna be pretty sucky. And I was hoping for maybe we'll have a good third party candidate, but then we got fucking Robert Kennedy Jr. It's like, dude, like really?
I don't
Like,
know,
this
man.
is
I
super
got a
fun.
little excited when I saw this post. It was Alice Cooper for president. I was like, yes,
Alice Cooper.
vote for Alice Cooper. But it's to promote his upcoming tour. It's like, son of a bitch.
Can he be president?
Yeah, he was born.
Is
he's
Alice?
a US citizen.
Is he a citizen?
Yeah, he was born in the U.S.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Oh, he's not British.
No, Alice Cooper's not British. You're thinking of Ozzy?
I don't think I've ever heard him talk.
No, he's very, very much
Um,
from the States.
American.
Yeah.
Where's he from? I know you googled it.
Phoenix,
No, I
Arizona.
actually did it. I know. I can't remember where he's from. Once Chris looks it up here in a second and tells me.
Born February 4th, 1948, Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, because he's got
Detroit.
like
Okay.
he owns like a restaurant too.
Yeah. Alice Cooper, he used to have a radio show. I think he still does. One of the classic rock stations back in my hometown in New York. It was on like every Sunday night. So like I had to listen to it occasionally if I was driving somewhere. He is a very intelligent person. Like listening to him talk, he's very, very intelligent.
Yeah, I have never heard him talk. Like I've only heard him like in the like schools out for the summer.
Yeah.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. And Feed My Frankenstein. That's like the only thing I really know.
Oh, he talked in Wayne's World.
I barely remember that movie, man.
Because he did that whole they're talking about the state of Illinois and if they knew what it meant, like the name of it or whatever. And like he went on this whole like ramble about the state of Illinois and what the name meant. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I was a little disappointed when I found out it was just to promote his tour. So I'd vote for Alice Cooper. Like any day. I might just write him in. I'll just write him in. Alice Cooper. I'd even take Jesse Ventura's crazy ass as president.
There you go. Somebody's convinced that to run. Like, hey, dude, we need you now. But he lives in Mexico right now, though, doesn't he? Or Venezuela or somewhere. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I think he moved to like Mexico or Venezuela or somewhere.
I wouldn't be surprised with that one. At least we don't have to worry about him telling people to inject bleach in their system to get rid of COVID. He may have some conspiracy theories, but at least we don't have to deal with that.
And he can walk up a flight of stairs. Like, just don't smell the children. We'll be all right.
They'll just be down in the Baja.
In the Baja.
Down in the Baja. Oh man, yeah. A lot of stuff. There's so much going on. It's just, oh Lord.
Yep. If you are a avid toy fan like Chris is, since I still work at Target in the toy department, we had a lot of clearance stuff happen this week. So go buy
And
all
the legends that went on clearance. That includes the Ultimate Yokozuna, which I can't fucking find anywhere.
Bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it's just the turtles though. It's not any of the side characters.
If you like Young Jedi stuff for your little kiddos, we're basically getting rid of that whole line, so buy it while you can. I think there's some like Paw Patrol, if you're into that. Some Hot Wheel sets on clearance. It always gets the kids riled up.
Speaking of toys, adult males are now the highest market, the largest buyer's market for toys.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Beating
because
out-
kids don't.
Well, it's the beating out preschoolers, beating out preschool toys. That used preschool was the highest area. Yeah, but yeah, most kids don't buy toys anymore.
Yeah.
It's more iPad.
Like my son doesn't like. He has toys, but he don't like play with them. That's more of like collector stuff for him.
Yeah, my kids still play with hers, so I'm still kind of happy about that one. Except for Zatanna, she gets stuff now and she just puts them up on her desk and poses them and everything else.
Yeah, my daughter plays like she'll play like Barbies and stuff, but
there's something. Oh, if you're in the Hillsboro area too, I'll probably talk about this again in a couple weeks.
I'm in the Hillsboro area.
Friend of mine is opening up a store, toy and comic store in Hillsboro, North Carolina. It's Turbines to Speed. Turbines of
Interesting.
Power. I think it's Turbines.
Guess
to
I
Speed.
might have to go just to support your friend.
I will be there at some point during the opening day. Turbines to Speed, Comics and Toys in Hillsboro. He's actually one of our South Point regular toy shoppers for a while there.
Yep, I'm sure I know who it is.
When he worked for IBM. So. Yeah. Yep, good friend. Good friend. Usually gives me a hookup on stuff, so it's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Cool. Let's definitely check that out if you're in the area. And one of the hookups I got was this nice second appearance of Zatanna comic for my daughter. So pretty cool.
Sweet.
All right. That's pretty much all I got for No Holds Barred. I don't got anything else.
Me neither.
All right. So that brings us
there's
to
a Terracon coming up in October.
There is a Terracon coming up in October. Hammering out some details. We got some guests lined up already. Just waiting for get some I's and T's crossed, dotted and crossed. So should be fun.
I've seen some TikToks and stuff.
Yeah, some TikToks. Follow the TikTok page. Vendor spots are open. Applications are up. So if you want to be a vendor for Triangle Terracon, check it out on the Event Me page. You can find the link for that in the bios. The Triangle Terracon social pages. Awesome stuff. All right, let's get into In Your Housekeeping. Yay! Of course, In Your Housekeeping is pretty much part of the show where we run down our social media pages and all that fun stuff, or callbacks to anything that we may have got follow-up to from the previous week, which I don't have anything follow-up wise. So not sure if you guys got anything, but social medias, obviously check us out on Facebook and YouTube, facebook.com/WrestleAgainPod. You can watch us live there every single week, Fridays at 9:00. And youtube.com/ForTheCollection, same thing. Fridays, 9:00, live. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, WrestleAgainPod, 1D or 2Ds. Just type in WrestleGeddon. It'll come up without a problem. And make sure you follow our friends over at the Fig Cave. If you're into wrestling figures and other collectible action figures, that is definitely one of the podcasts to definitely check out each and every week. Good friends over there. And the call up with DJ and Kenny every Thursday night live on their Facebook and YouTube. So good stuff there.
Heck yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
Say go, DJ. That's my DJ.
But yeah. So definitely, y'all have a safe and happy Father's Day. So strap on your New Balances, put on your cargo shorts, fire up those lawnmowers, grab a nice cold
Make
beer,
sure
mow
you
your
watch
lawn.
Collision on Saturday.
Watch Collision for a very special Christian Father's Day special.
Yeah, and just remember your pull-out game is weak.
Oh, man. Awesome. Your pull-out game is weak and your wife's swallowing game is weak. Awesome. All right. Go be a dad to your fuck trophies. We'll check you guys later. This is episode 240 of the Wrestle Again podcast. On behalf of myself, Chris the Heat Matthews, the Tennessee Jesus Carl Crossland, and Garrett G Money Munn. We'll chat you guys next week. Later, Marks.
Later.